I'm all for you taking liberties to an extent. It's all cool. Interpretation is interpretation. When you're adapting something, it's adaptation. So when you adapt, you are taking certain liberties to try to present something new and interesting. But when you're adapting something, even if you take changes, you've got to maintain the certain core and spirit of what you're taking. Take, for example, Batman, Tim Burton. He said, okay, I'm going to make the character in all black, creature of the night. I'm going to kill Joker at the end. But he's also that it's still Batman. He still has to have a certain aura about him. He's still got to be a creature of the night. There's still got to be something dark about him. So that's the very essence of the character he kept. There's so much I have to say about this, and I'm just going to try to put everything to. Okay, let me just try. Halo shouldn't be a TV show. Halo deserves more. Bungie messed up. They messed up. Because at one point it was supposed to be the District 9 director, then it was supposed to be Peter Jackson. I always thought that this was built for James Cameron. Either James Cameron, Ridley Scott, or Spielberg. That's what Halo deserves. Because during Halo's peak, I think it was around like the Halo 3, Halo Reach time where people were thinking of like a Halo film. Halo deserves to be an epic sci-fi film. A sci-fi epic. Bro, it's based on aliens. That basically James Cameron is perfect for this because it's literally built based off of aliens. It deserves so much more. The essence of Halo, go onto YouTube and watch the teaser trailer for Halo 2. You know, when the last Spartan, when he's basically in his ship and he basically jumps out of his ship. The core, I don't know what this guy's what I don't know what the hell is going on. I don't know what the story is. The core of the story is he's the last Spartan. He's going up against the Covenant. And the Covenants are a smart race of warriors. They're not like those faceless dudes that you see in these video games. I would say the Covenants, they're the best sets, they're the best created sets of enemies in any video game. Facts. Because when you play like Gears of War stuff, the Covenants are very unique. The way they're designed and how they think, they're smart. They're not just these faceless beasts. Master Chief is that dude who you call, he's the final frontier. He's the final act. So it's like, man, what do we do? Master Chief is there to help us and to say what's up. The story is there. Humans against covenants. Covenants and evil, humans are good. But then they find out that there's this other race called the Flood. So humans and covenant now have a common enemy, and then it becomes much more complex when you now bring in the arbiter and realize that there's actually different factions within the covenants as well. The story is there. Who's this? Who's this white blonde chick? Who is like? Is she a human? Does she work with them? Who is this? The Asian chick who's like freaking what may call it I I don't know who she is. Who is she? So the UNSC are now bad. Who are these rebels that are afraid of the UNSC? I mean, and now people say, "Oh my gosh, Miranda Keys is supposed to wear." Bro, that's the list of the problem. Yes, she's mixed race. Cool. That's the list of the issues. The biggest issue, though, is what story are you trying to tell? Because that is a extremely weak first episode. Your premiere episode should really grab you and really set the freaking stage. Of like, oh man. After this, I'm like, so this episode was Master Chief pretty much going against his programming because he wants to save this girl. I mean, that's not the story. The core of the story is it's a war. It's a war where the humans are going up against this amazing freaking race of covenants who will F you up. And their their ultimate weapon is this one lone John Rambo like character known as Master Freaking Chief, Spartan 117. That's what it's about. It's not that complicated, bro. It's not that complicated. Halo was supposed to be a film. Maybe make it a trilogy made by James Cameron, where we see one of the great warriors in a sci-fi film. That's what it was supposed to be. Because when you play the video game, you're like, man, imagine if James Cameron got his hands on this, bro. Because really, this was, it's just that James Cameron is a freaking Pandora now, but this was James Cameron. This was James Cameron's baby. This was James Cameron's baby, man. And look, let's see what it does, because look, it is well made. It looks super expensive, you know. And I do like the diverse cast, because it's just fresh thing, like cast that's diverse. But beyond that, I'm like, put the diverse things one side. What story? I don't know what story you're trying to freaking. That can't be your premiere episode. That can't be your premiere episode. That is weak sauce. For your premiere episode, that's weak sauce, bro. Last thing, so take off your helmet, fine. You shouldn't be taking off your helmet, but okay, you take off your helmet. For that reason? And for the rest of the episode, he's operating without his helmet? Like, if you're going to take off make it a real reason. Should have been a film. Halo, you missed the boat. You missed the boat, bro.